Hello, this is Unlimited Splash, where we get better at Magic together through a new draft video every weekday. And today we have honestly one of the best deals I've ever seen on Arena. They're calling it a Phantom Draft of MtG Foundations. It literally is infinite drafts for free. I am not kidding. You can just click this start button over and over again, and you get to draft Foundations every time. I've been jamming a bunch of these. I just went 7-1 with some Bant Scavenging Ooze Curator of Destinies deck. And it's not just good because it's infinite drafts for free. Oh, what? Okay, I read that it was supposed to be unlimited drafts for free, that you were supposed to be able to re-queue, but it's not letting me re-queue on my main account, so your mileage may vary. Anyways, there is also an Arena Direct this weekend. Tomorrow I'm going to post my data deep dive for MtG Foundations, what's good and what's not in that sealed environment. So it is a very good idea for us to right now remind ourselves of what is going on in this format. This is bare bones stripped down Magic cards. I think Foundations is a fantastic set for honing your card evaluations to be very precise. For example, in a low synergy environment where there are not a lot of, new fancy mechanics going on, is a 4/2 trample for 3 good on the merits, just as a French vanilla creature, right? Is that a good stat line? And the answer is yes. The Eager Truffle Snout is very good, partly because it also has this extremely strong second ability. When it deals combat damage to a player, create a food token. Prideful Parent is just a straight up 2-for-1. So this is a pretty good card. It's not like a bomb or anything. I think Witness Protection is an okay, break glass in case of emergency release valve. Perforating Artist was a nice effect in itself, but Rakdos was not good, and Lathril was actually pretty much nothing. This is off the dome. I haven't looked at these cards in a long time, so if I'm off on anything, do let me know, but pretty sure that Elf payoff was not where it was at in this set. Okay, I do think that Dauntless Veteran can be pretty good. It is understated. A 2/2 for 3 needs to be quite strong to make up for it. But I do think White Go Wide was pretty nice as a strategy in this set. I'll also say I do quite like the Tragic Banshee. In the last bunch of sets, this 5 mana black common or uncommon, usually an uncommon. They printed a few of these where it's like a 5/3 or kind of imbalanced stats, but when it enters, if something died, then this thing basically just kills a creature. This has tended to be good in a lot of different sets. And then there is also the Dragon Trainer, which is a fantastic 2-for-1. I am not the biggest fan. I will say I love black and I really lean black in this format. Black and blue are my sweet spots. Also, blue-white was really nice. I do think green is good too, though. Red, I'm kind of less keen on ending up in. So as a tiebreaker, I'm going to lean towards the black card. So for example, black gets these really nice pieces like Abrade, or like Stab rather. Red does have Abrade, and white does have Luminous Rebuke, which is very strong. Also in the last pack, we saw Cathar Commando, which is definitely a good one. Fishing Pole is absolutely nothing, completely unplayable. I think maybe Luminous Rebuke is actually the best card on the merits. So maybe I should just snap up the Luminous Rebuke here. I'm definitely between Luminous Rebuke and Stab. I really do kind of like being blue-white or black-white, kind of anywhere in the Esper space. Black-green, I haven't played that much in this format, but I'm guessing you can put together a nice mid-range deck. I think I'm going to take this Stab. I think Stab is just a nice thing to have, goes with my Tragic Banshee. So there are multiple variants on Murder Effect kind of things, like Hero's Downfall and Bake Into a Pie. Both I think are extremely good. Bake Into a Pie, this is a reprint from Wilds of Eldraine, where it was a fantastic card, I believe, and then I think it was a little worse here, if memory serves. Or maybe it was vice versa. Yeah, we've seen this effect a few different times. There was also the Anchovy and Banana Pizza, I believe, in Ninja Turtles was really good and was the same exact card pretty much. So I think I'm going to go for Hero's Downfall. I mean, a Johnny's Pridemate is kind of sweet, but I think people overvalue this card because it was like kind of nice in like the standard queues for a long time. I remember people were jamming that like life gain deck for a long time, circa like 2023, 2024, where you would get these like 13/13 of Johnny's Pridemates and crash in. One card I want to call out is Elfsworn Giant. When the set was out, this card was very low in the data, like D+ level. If you extend the time period forward as the set has flashbacked, Elfsworn Giant has gotten better and better and better in the data as time goes on. And I don't know, honestly, whether that is because that it's approaching its true goodness, like it actually is a good card and it's just kind of converging to its true value, or if it's because when people don't know the set as well, it's better. So people were drafting better anti-Elfsworn Giant tech back when MtG Foundations was the most recent set, and now they don't know how to build a deck that can get over it. I'm not sure which one is which. Okay, yeah, so Lathril, again, I'm quite sure that this is not a good card. Like a 2/3 for 4 menace, when it deals combat damage to a player, you make some elves, tap 10 untapped elves, and drain them for 10. I think this was a limited resources like card that if you lose to it, it made them feel like they had to quit Magic. I actually kind of want self-reflection. I love this card. I know I'm like a parody of myself here, but I actually love this card. It's 2 copies of a creature in a totally stripped down bare bones set. Holy cow, folks. Okay, so Think Twice is a truly fantastic common, one of the best. Skyship Buccaneer is really nice. It's really easy to make this a 4/3 for 5 flying when it enters draw card, which is just a great card, especially in a very low power environment like this. But I am bearing the lead because you basically shouldn't pass Arbiter of Woe, pack 1, pick 1, in my opinion. Okay, there are rares that are better than it, but not that many. To see it pack 1, pick 6 is a massive signal. This is a card also, I think, that did the opposite of Elfstorm Giant, where my recollection is in the data back in the day when the set was new, it was way up there at the top, and then it has ticked down a little bit. But I think if you know how to use this card, basically just have some little 1/1s in your deck is like the entire secret, then you are really happy with it. When it enters, each opponent discards a card and loses 2, you draw a card and gain 2 on entry. And you just have to have enough little creatures that you don't care about sacrificing. Goldvein Pick is actually totally sweet in this particular deck that you could build, which has a whole bunch of little 1/1 flyers, like the Healer's Hawk. Stick this on a Healer's Hawk, and you're swinging for 2 lifelink and making a treasure every turn. I'm just going to take the Guarded Air, though. This card's very good. I am definitely filling up my 6-drop slot. Like, my curve is looking horrendous, but we're just kind of experimenting. We don't even know what colors we're going to be yet, so we're just finding reasons to be in these different colors. Okay, Infestation Sage is the card that you want with Arbiter of Woe. You play this, sacrifice the Infestation Sage, you get a 1/1 flyer back, so it's actually an advantage that you sacrifice your creature, and then you get all the advantages of your Arbiter of Woe. Now, I could take a Scoured Barrens here, but I have no idea if I want to be white and black. I will also say Fleeting Flight, I think, was pretty good. Put a counter on a creature, it gains flying and prevent all damage that would be dealt to it. Really easy to, I mean, sometimes this can just deliver lethal, but also really easy to line this up so that you can like eat somebody's flyer. Oh, I'm sorry. I just realized I never moved my video back down. I hope I didn't block too many cards for you. Well, I had it like this most of the time anyways, right? So, okay. Let's see. What do we have here? Quick Draw Katana is another card that was very good in that specific deck where you have a bunch of little flyers. It's very plausible that I end up in like a white-black flying deck or a blue-black flying deck. So the Katana is like edge case playable. Let's see. I'm not interested in Vampire Soulcaller. Meteor Golem, I used to think was horrible. Now I think it's just okay. Wary Thespian has got to be the best card in the pack. So if the signals are that green-black is the most open lane, I don't hate it. This does not belong here. I would first pick a Luminous Rebuke and not be too sad to see it. Pack 1, pick 11 just should not be happening. That just should not be happening. Fishing Pole, okay, I'll give you guys a pass on that one. I think the Slumbering Cerberus was kind of fun as like a build-around card. I guess I'll take Armasaur Guide and not play it. Let's see, Soul Shackled Zombie. I mean, can we make the rats work in any universe? I used to think that the zombie was kind of playable when Foundations first came out. Now I don't really believe that anymore. Okay, so there is a, okay, what is going on in this pack? So we do have a Mythic Planeswalker for 7 mana. Add 3 red. I don't remember this card. It's a Mythic. I'm sure I played against it back in the day. I don't really remember. Exile the top 3 cards of your library. Choose one and you may play that card this turn. Make a token that's a copy of a creature and then you have to sacrifice it. Deals 8 damage divided as you choose among... Okay, so that's very good. That last ability makes it very good. Then we have High Society Hunter, one of the top bombs in the format. When it attacks, you may sacrifice a creature. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on it. When another non-token creature dies, draw a card. This is a top bomb in my colors. I don't remember this card very well. I mean, I remember kind of that it existed. I didn't play against it a lot. Seems like a very good bomb. It's kind of expensive, and it's not in my colors, so I'll tie break towards the cheaper card in my colors. Then we have Mischievous Mystic, a fantastic card, just a 1-man army. And Dreadwing Scavenger was like an unbelievably strong signpost uncommon. This made an entire archetype. That Scavenger is out of control. Okay, what do we have here? Wow, I mean, Healer's Hawk versus Arbiter of Woe. Given how bad my curve is, I'm leaning towards the Hawk, but is Arbiter just so powerful that I have to take it? There's also, of course, Bake into a Pie, Prideful Parent. I think I just... Oh yeah, Heraldic Banner was pretty good as well, I think. I think I just take the healer. You know what? No, I'm going for power here. I'm going to take the Arbiter. I'm hoping that cards like Healer's Hawk are a lot more replaceable. Oh, wow. What a decision here. So Cat Collector was cracked in half. This card is just not okay. Cat Collector. When it enters, you make a food. Then when you gain life, you make a 1/1. Then you sacrifice those 1/1s to your Arbiter of Woe. Pretty good card. Pretty good card. However, there is also an Infernal Vessel, which is a truly superb card. This is the best thing possible to sacrifice, even better than the Infestation Sage. You just turn it into a giant demon. And then there's also Squad Rallier, another one-man army kind of a card. This looks really slow and really dirtily. If it were in Secrets of Strixhaven, it would be an F-level flop. But the thing is, in this environment, a card that just keeps finding you more cards to play is incredibly strong. I think I'll take the Infernal Vessel because I don't think I'm going to have a lot of Cat Collector synergies in the end. Rune Scarred Demon. I don't think that this card was particularly good. I mean, let me put it differently. It's not like an A+ level bomb. It's a shade below the others, especially at 7 mana. I'm drafting like the slowest deck you've ever seen in your life. But I don't think I take Burglar Rat over Runescarred Demon. Burglar Rat is pretty good in this set. But I think I'll just take... I mean, look, if I'm getting past every good black card in the set, I'm also not even sure that I am white necessarily. I have 2 white cards, Guarded Air and Luminous Rebuke. I could easily pivot into another color if I want to. Wow, another Infernal Vessel. I mean, we're just getting so set up in black. It's kind of hard to not be in that lane. Guarded Air actually costs 6, so it goes there. Okay, I'll take the Infernal Vessel. We really need ways of staying alive in the early game. Now I need to massively prioritize cards like Burglar Rat. I think over Eaten Alive. Eaten Alive looks like it costs 1, but it actually costs 5. I think having like at least 1 2-drop seems like a pretty good game plan. I do really like Fleeting Distraction. Louis Scott Vargas called this Swords to Plowshares draw a card because of how easy it is to like get your 2/2 into combat with their 2/2, give their 2/2 -1, so theirs dies and yours doesn't, and you get to draw a card. You know, a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but that goes to show you how much respect that card commands. Okay, here I'm actually going to take Youthful Valkyrie. I always wanted to find a use for Time Stop, but just such a bad card in this context. Actually, the best card in this pack is definitely Big Fin Bouncer. Am I going to try to find a way to be blue-black after all? I mean, how likely am I to actually get some Angels to play? Not super likely, right? Big Fin Bouncer is so strong, but I need 2-drops. I think I need to just go for the 2-drop. Technically, I could also defer the decision by taking Sanguine Siphoner, but look, if I can pick up a whole bunch of like Healer's Hawks, I'll be really happy. I always forget about Heroic Reinforcements. I think this card is super strong, isn't it? Make 2 1/1s, then your creatures get +1 and haste. It's like Modane's Recruiter. that just seems like a very, very good card. But I'm going to take Bacon to a Pie. I'm not going to be splashing Heroic Reinforcements. This is not a Heroic Reinforcements deck. This is a Survive. Oh my goodness. We're wheeling Dreadwing Scavenger. Goodbye, white. I mean, if I'm wheeling Dreadwing Scavenger, should have taken the Big Fin Bouncer. Darn it. Wow. You know what, folks? I tried so hard not to be blue-black. Every time in this format, I'm always blue-black. I tried so hard not to play Dimir Control. You saw me pass Dreadwing Scavenger and wheel it. What am I supposed to do? My hands are tied. Okay, but then I'm also wheeling Squad Ralliers, so now I'm actually not even sure what I'm supposed to do. Luminous Rebuke, Guarded Air, and Squad Rallier versus Dreadwing Scavenger and Self-Reflection. We'll see what pack 3 delivers up to us. I'm actually not sure what lane is better at this point. Very happy to see a Burglar Rat, and actually Gutless Plunder is not bad. It's not terrible. That's another card that I think was a lot worse and then climbed up in the data. I do think Treetop Stair Spinner is pretty solid. I think it's really bad in the data, but it's a kind of a card that's like, you do need to answer this, at least against like the Dimir Control decks. We're getting Eaten Alive last pick. Okay, that's just an insult. Wow. All right. Okay, so a Johnny... I think a Johnny's quite good in this set. Put a counter on a creature is not impressive. A creature gains flying and double strike seems pretty good. And then that last thing's probably never going to happen. Okay, so I don't think it's that great anymore. Maybe Sunblessed Healer. Is Sunblessed Healer just better than a Johnny, straight up? This is a very good card. It can be a 3/1 lifelink when you need it to be. It may just... I think for my deck, it's actually just better than a Johnny. I think in my deck, Sunblessed Healer is actually just better than a Johnny. Don't hate me. A Johnny's like... It looks good. Don't get me wrong, it looks good. but a 3/1 lifelink seems really important for my game plan. Oh, this card's busted. Alicia. When it attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it. At the beginning of your end step, if you attack, you can bring back a creature. I wonder if I just take the Dismal Backwater to be like black splash white splash blue, given that I have this Dreadwing Scavenger, which is kind of a bomb. So that's one option for me. I'm probably not going to play that terrible 4-drop. Probably not playing Quick Draw Katana either. So I could take Vanguard Seraph, Vengeful Blood Witch, which I don't really want to play. Yeah, I'll just speculate on the duel. Like, if I can get another duel. Oh my goodness, Bloodthirsty Conqueror. Hello there. Do I need another black 5-drop? I mean, I'm not going to say no, am I? I'm probably not playing Guarded Air at this point. Oh, but Vampire Gourmand is crazy good, though. I kind of feel like, okay, I think the disciplined thing to do would be to take the Vampire Gourmand over the Bloodthirsty Conqueror here, given the frailty of my curve, how terrible my curve is. But I just don't have that kind of discipline, you guys, for a free draft with mystery cosmetics on the line. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Come on. I probably, okay, I could take Eaten Alive, Painful Quandary. I did actually try to make this work at like Friday Night Magic. I actually think I'm going to take Heraldic Banner. My curve is so bad. Like, yes, I like Squad Rallier. I like Eaten Alive. We got an Eaten Alive last pick last time, so I would not be shocked to wheel this one again. And another Eaten Alive after all this other good removal that I have is not so great. And my curve is horrendous, so the sooner that I can get up to being able to afford 6 mana, the better for me. So I definitely think, Heraldic Banner is like not a bad pickup here. Now, Big Fin Bouncer would be a nice one. Fake Your Own Death could be interesting because it makes a treasure. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should be playing blue. I think I probably do not play Guarded Air at this point if I can help it. Let's see. So then what do I play? I guess I'll take an Eaten Alive out of this pack. Like, I'm not going to play Gleaming Barrier or Fake Your Own Death realistically. Garruk's Uprising won Lords of Limited's award for like the card that looks terrible, but it always beats me. I guess I could play Heraldic Banner, honestly. Like, it is a good card. I am almost mono black. Like, I could literally almost be a mono black deck here. Seriously. But I do have this Youthful Valkyrie at least. So the idea of playing the Heraldic Banners, yes, I'm going to feel flooded a lot, but at least it like ramps me into my really good stuff. And my cards are independently so good that being a little flooded is probably fine. But it's not ideal. Ideally, I'd like to play probably one Heraldic Banner. And then, yeah, let's take another 2-drop. That sounds good. And I don't know what I'm cutting. Maybe one of my worst like 5+ drops, or maybe an Eaten Alive. Realistically, am I going to play all those Eaten Alives? I don't think I'm getting into combat that much. Fleeting Flight is good, but probably not very good for my deck. Then we have, I don't know, Vanguard Seraph. Yeah, we're definitely not in the Quick Draw Katana deck. Oh, I'll absolutely play an Infestation Sage. Does Youthful Valkyrie have any support? 1 Angel. So let's cut the Valkyrie. And then again, I did manage to get that Eaten Alive back. This deck looks sweet. I mean, the curve is horrible, but I have like all the removal that you could ever want and then a whole bunch of bombs. That's like a pretty good recipe for a limited deck. And even though the curve is terrible, the mana is kind of great because I'm basically mono black. I mean, for the meme equity, I could just cut my 3 white cards and play like 2 Eaten Alives and a Soul Shackled Zombie. How much worse would that be? It would be kind of funny. And actually, then I can play Heraldic. Actually, then Heraldic Banner is so good. How many creatures do I even have, though? 13. Oh, that's actually not that bad for Heraldic Banner. Okay, so we play Heraldic Banner, Soul Shackled Zombie, and double Eaten Alive. Let's just try Mono Black. That seems kind of cool. 17. I feel like I can go 16 lands with double Heraldic Banner, even though I have all these 6 and 7 drops. Like, I don't care about pips. And is it worth it for whatever I'm getting out of this? Like, whatever that card is. I mean, 16 and double Mana Rock. And then, yeah, okay, let's try it. This seems fun. I mean, this is definitely way more meme-ish than the black-white deck, but hey, what the heck? We're experimenting. The stakes are on the weekend. Right now, worst case scenario, I don't get quite as shiny a mystery cosmetic. It is basically unheard of to play mono black in Foundations Sealed. I did this video on bomb counts and color counts in Sealed and how it relates to win rate a few days ago. And Foundations was one of the main examples that I picked because we have an Arena Direct coming up in that format. And there are essentially no games of mono color in sealed in Foundations, which for example in Avatar there are, because you have those like payoffs cards that get better the more islands that you have, for example. All right, sweet hand. We have all of our color. We have all of our color. Okay, all right. I'll play Sanguine Siphoner. Turn 3, probably Heraldic Banner, because I have some good 5-drops. Like, yeah, I literally was just about to say if I draw High Society Hunter into land. So yeah, now we definitely play the banner in case we get a land next turn and we can ramp into High Society Hunter. I will also say they could have Essence Scatter here, right? Essence Scatter is in this format. Okay, no, it's an Elementalist data. I don't know, the Heraldic Banner seems kind of sweet. Seems like it's setting me up really nicely. There was apparently, at their regional championship in DC, someone who was running, and apparently this is a deck that like kind of emerged on MTGO and Standard in the few days before that. Ouch. Dang. There was someone running mono black aggro deck using Heraldic Banners in Standard, which is kind of cool. So I could Eat Alive the Elementalist Adept, but I don't care about that thing. I do not care about that thing. Okay, so maybe 16 is not so good, right? I think we're learning 16 lands. Maybe I should just be on 17. Eaten Alive is kind of nice here, but maybe it's better than like the Soul Shackled Zombie. Drawing a Soul Shackled Zombie right now would feel pretty bad. All right, are they going to get to play another? Even if they play another non-creature spell, I can block. Okay, here we go. And they are not representing any kind of counter magic. So I'm going to go in. No reason to play Chicken here. And then I'll go ahead and play High Society Hunter. It would be nicer to be able to double spell High Society Hunter into like Eaten Alive on a Burglar Rat. Actually, maybe that's what I want to do. Because it's such a good deal if I can trade in a Burglar Rat for a card. And it's a terrible deal if they get to... Well, they've already cast their Abrade. What else is there? There's like a deal 6, I think, in red for a bunch of mana. Gorehorn Raider deal... There's a bunch of ways of dealing to Burst Lightning. Oh, Burst Lightning. If they play a land, they could kicker it. I mean, I just have so much good stuff. I don't think I need to be too precious about my bombs. Runescarred Demon in 2 lands can fetch me a bomb. And if I get to attack with High Society Hunter, if they don't have like the specific removal that they need, I guess I could have like Big Fin Bouncer, but that hardly punishes me. Then I'm just going off. Like I get to sack something. Okay, yeah, that's perfectly fine. Like if I draw land here, I get to double spell the Hunter into Eaten Alive, which is what I dreamed of doing. You know, I never get what I want, do I? That's the thing about me. I never get what I want. Ever. Okay. Well, I guess I learned my lesson. I'll play Burglar Rat. I mean, I think I have all the pressure here, right? If they have a counter, now they pretty much have to... I don't think they have a counter. Because otherwise you might want to arrange saving your Big Fin Bouncer until you can bounce and Essence Scatter or whatever. This is fine. If we're trading, this is perfectly fine. I could just stab their Elementalist Adept right now, but I don't think I want to do that. Or I could stab their Big Fin Bouncer. Let's save it. Let's not tell them that that's what's going on here. I would love to draw a land. Yeah, 16 lands was a mistake. The curve is so bad. I don't know. I don't know that it was a mistake, but it's feeling pretty bad right now. Okay, Lightshell Duo. This was a card that was way too slow for Bloomburrow. Not good at all in that format that it was originally printed in. And then they reprinted it in Foundations. And it is, it's good. It's a good common in Foundations. So it shows you how context can matter. It went from like one of the worst blue commons in Bloomburrow to one of the best blue commons in Foundations. Literally the same card. They put how much in the bin? 2 in the bin? I love the art on this guy, by the way. Good work, Kev Walker. Good job. Okay. I think I just kill everything. Because I can always sack. I don't really know why they wanted that trade for the rat. But basically, I can always just Eaten Alive my Infernal Vessel onto the Lightshell Duo. So sacrifice a creature. I guess I could have... No, attacking first is not free because I could just block it. I get to draw 2. High Society Hunter can deck you, by the way. Something to pay attention to. I mean, I'm not in danger of that right now, but... Oh, no, I'm sorry. It gets exiled, so I only draw 1. And now I'm representing almost lethal. Dang, mono black was felt like a pretty good move here. Mono black aggro or control, nobody knows. Oh, Soul Shackled Zombie could literally be the 2 damage, right? If a creature card was exiled, drain 2. I mean, I assume they have something. I wonder if it's Etherize. I choose not to sacrifice another creature. Is it Etherize? That would be funny. What else could it be? Yeah, not a good card in Limited. Not a good card in Limited, I'm afraid. All right, go ahead and play Infernal Vessel. Oh, Elementalist Adept. I was wondering if this actually was going to be the long-awaited Essence Scatter. What is this? What? When you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it for each other instant and sorcery spell you've cast before it this turn. So it gives all your instants and sorceries some kind of pseudo storm. Yeah, also not a limited card. Do I even want to Eaten Alive that? Kind of feel like no. I don't think I care about that. Yeah. Some commander special. Yeah, so the thing about Etherize and Limited, the other person just gets to replay all their stuff. Tempo usually doesn't matter that much. The other awkward thing about Etherize is if it was like, if you could use it on the attack to press an attack, I think it would be good. But control decks and Limited, oh, actually, sorry, I wanna fix my mana. I wanna go up to 17. Control decks and Limited cannot just throw away a card, right? So I actually kind of like the idea of not having a 4-drop slot very much because Heraldic Banners should be bouncing me from 3 to 5 some amount of the time. So I think having a hole at that point in my curve is good. So Bloodthirsty Conqueror does have an infinite loop that is worth being aware of. I don't think that I saw this card in the draft. Certainly not after I saw Bloodthirsty Conqueror, but Marauding Blight Priest, 3/2 for 3. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life, right? Whenever you gain life, they lose life. And this one says when they lose life, you gain life. So if you play a Marauding Blight Priest and then find a way of gaining life even just once, oh, that is a good card. Oh, man. I feel behind. Well, what I can do, and this is kind of sweet, is Heraldic Banner, Eaten Alive, sacking the Burglar Rat, like double spelling off of the banner. But yeah, basically you get out the Blight Priest and the Conqueror, and you gain life in any way, like play some lifelink thing. Then it triggers an infinite loop. I actually learned that at Friday Night Magic in paper. Someone got it off against me, and I didn't know about it yet until the turn when they did that. So that was kind of grotesque. Okay. So the Mischievous Mystic, believe it or not, is definitely the bigger threat here. Black, please. Yeah, pretty important to get that one right. Sacrifice a creature, kill that thing. Actually, you know, how well do they know this set? In Secrets of Strixhaven, you could probably bluff an attack here, because no way are they going to block into Masterful Flourish. But I don't think there's a 1 mana reason for them not to block, so I don't want to do a bluff that couldn't possibly make sense. I don't think there's any 1 mana reason for them not to block. There is the 2 mana, +1/+0, make a treasure, and it comes back. Fake your own death, I guess. Okay. Oh, now I'm feeling pretty bad about this whole 17 cards idea. Do I want to play this into a straight-up Essence Scatter? I kind of don't, but it feels pretty weak to just land a Burglar Rat. Maybe 16 was correct. See, do you see what I mean about Foundations being beautiful, clean, bare bones magic? Do I play my bomb into your open mana, or do I not? I think the answer is usually I don't. I think the answer is usually that I don't. But having said that, it just exposes these like very simple decisions so cleanly. There's nothing on the board. Oh, there you go. I actually got a removal spell out of their hand. There's nothing on the board that's like all enchantments have Cascade or something where I need to take that into account when I'm trying to figure out if I should play my Bloodthirsty Conqueror. It's just pure and simple. Do you have an Essence Scatter or no? Or a Stroke of Midnight? Stroke of Midnight, by the way, you might be able to predict. Not my favorite card. Giving them back a 1/1 is not great. Although it's better than Harsh Annotation. I'll give you that much. It's better than a 1/1 with flying. Okay, so they had multiple removal spells in their hand. This last card has got to be interaction. Whatever this is, it's got to be interaction, I believe. Oh, yeah, Arbiter of Woe. Okay, my deck is awesome. My deck is awesome. So go in with the rat. Because it's not long for this world. I'm sorry, little rat. Sacrifice the rat. And then they can counter it if they want to, but I'm slow rolling my High Society Hunter here. I think this is interaction. It might just be a removal spell. They don't have time to play it, though. Oh, they do have time to play it because this goes on the stack, of course. Good point. Yeah, I knew it was interaction when they discarded a very bad interaction spell and they weren't doing anything else with their time. Okay, so let's go. I guess I could go Sanguine Siphoner plus High Society Hunter. That sounds pretty good. And then the Siphoner can even, like, block and die and draw me a card back. So now they're in top deck mode, but they're in blue. So they have, first of all, they seem to be running a lot of removal. And they also have access to cards like Think Twice that I don't get access to in black-white. I think I'll just take this. I think that's fine. Sky Knight Squire is a very, very good card. So is Runescarred Demon, though. Do I Infernal Vessel or whatever? I kind of just want to play the Runescarred Demon. Maybe get a removal spell at this point. Attack with both, perhaps. Infernal Vessel is very tempting, though. It lets me potentially double spell, depending on what I draw. What are the odds that I draw non-land? 6, so 10, so 1.5 lands to non-lands to lands. I don't know. Let's just land a giant 7. Let's just land a giant 6/6 and get one of the best cards in our deck into our hand. I think that's probably a better move. So in with the Hunter, putting them to a very dangerous life total. Play a Runescarred Demon. Okay, my deck's kind of awesome. Mono black. Who knew? Could be a removal spell. Could just be an Arbiter of Woe. Is that good? Is Arbiter of Woe good here? Nah, I kind of like the idea of next turn. So I have 7 mana. I can double spell Bake into a Pie and Infernal Vessel, and Bake into a Pie is worth life to me. So I think Bake into a Pie is a good one to get here. Like, the last thing that I want to do is just die to Empyrean Eagle and some, you know, some random removal. Also, Bake into a Pie means I'm representing lethal now. So I think I just win. So I think that was a good move. Good job, me. All right, kill that thing, draw a card. If I had 0 cards left in my deck, then they would have just won. But I didn't. Oh, I could also attack with a Sanguine Siphoner and Runescarred Demon. If this were a closer game, I could attack with Sanguine Siphoner and Runescarred Demon, drain them for 1, and kill them. You know, if I hadn't had the High Society Hunter. All right, I like my deck. Mono black, aggro and or control. We're not really sure which. So maybe the 7 lanes was good because that was exactly what I needed to play Runescarred Demon. I mean, the 17 lanes. This is a really cool deck. I don't know if I've ever even drafted mono color in this format, seriously. And I've done a lot of Foundations drafts, and I've drafted black a lot. I don't know if I ever did mono black, though. This is a slow hand, but hopefully Heraldic Banner plus Eaten Alive plus something to sack to the Eaten Alive can catch me up a little bit. Oh, what if they're a fellow mono black gamer? That would be awesome. That would be so cool. I love these animated sleeves. Fellow mono black gamer? Is it the mono black mirror match? Oh, no, this is okay. Because I think I do want to play the Infernal Vessel over the Mana Rock here. But if I was going to play Heraldic Banner, I should have done it before combat for the extra damage. I kind of just want to play the Anthem when I already have a bunch of creatures to push more damage is the thing. I think it's worth more damage when they may or may not be mana screwed. Or maybe there's just like, maybe people are super disrespecting. Oh, this is funny. I can't quite double spell, can I? Maybe people are just disrespecting black. And so everyone, like, you can get an edge by picking up all the black pieces that nobody else seems to want. So I could eat their creature alive here, but I feel like there's a good chance that they just have removal. I don't care about Stormkirk, Bloodthief, Stromkirk. Not a card that I think is good. A 2/2 for 3. Again, a 2/2 for 3 in Contemporary Magic just has to be so good to make up for being a 2/2 for 3. Oh, we're attacking. You know what? I smell an Aetherize. No, okay. Gutless Plunderer. Okay. No, not Aetherize this time. So this guy does have Death Touch. Kind of feel like just exiling that. So they put 2 on the bottom and you put 1 into your hand. That's how this works, right? No, one on top of your library, not into your hand. Okay, so I could just Eaten Alive. If I attack with everything, they're going to block my Sanguine Siphoner, kill it, get some damage through with the Infernal Vessel. I can't play Arbiter of Woe this turn. I think I just Eaten Alive, honestly. I think I'm just going to pay the extra 4, Eaten Alive, get rid of that guy. 1 black, you've Stab, okay. So then they'll stab my Infernal Vessel on attack. So it's a good thing I didn't sack it to Eaten Alive. Oh, what? Yeah, okay. There you go. If you want to learn how to read what your opponent has in their hand, make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel. I do post a new draft video every single weekday. And like tomorrow, I'm going to be posting a data deep dive to help prep you for higher stakes events than this mystery cosmetic run. And on the weekend, I will definitely find some time to do some arena direct runs. So if you do want to get better at limited right along with me and learn how to know for sure when your opponent has a stab in their hand, make sure to subscribe. All right. Burglar Rat into Eaten Alive is kind of sweet. I kind of want this Burglar Rat for Arbiter of Woe purposes, though. Okay, so let's start with Heraldic Banner. Give all of our black creatures +1/+0. Am I okay trading this for Crypt Feaster? There is a world where I just trade down all of my material and lose. So, like, I could go Burglar... But both of their creatures can kill the Infernal Vessel, so I think I'm okay. Wait, what am I doing? Oh, I did not mean to attack with Sanguine Siphoner. Power move. Power move. I'm just throwing away material. I genuinely did not mean to attack with Sanguine Siphoner. That was a straight up mistake. Just a bad click. Well, okay, my bad. My bad. Okay, Billowing Shriekmaw. That's okay. So it brings him up to 8, meaning that this card can block a Arbiter of Woe. I'm just doing Psychological Warfare. That was the... Oh, you know what? Bloodthirsty Conqueror into Arbiter of Woe is kind of sweet because then... No, it actually doesn't really matter to me. So let's play this, sack the rat. The rat is pretty good. Sacking a 3/1 kind of hurts, but they're tapped off of their blue mana. I think making them discard and drawing and almost having a lethal board presence with this Arbiter is kind of good. And I do gain 2 HP, which is nice. I will play this even though they could have Burglar Rat. I'm not getting a Burglar Rat vibe from them. So I actually have lethal right now if this Shriek Mass can be removed. Okay, let's attempt Bake into a Pie. Has some nice upsides if it lands. And then attack. You know what? I just threw away that Sanguine Siphoner to make you think that I don't know how to play Magic. Get you kind of a little bit looser, making looser decisions. And then cruise to victory. Obviously, it was a highly strategic move by me. I sacrificed that Sanguine Siphoner in a gambit of psychological warfare. No, I just hit attack all without thinking about it. Okay, on to the next one. All right, it's a pretty terrible hand, honestly. I think I can just mull. A nice thing about playing a monocolor deck is you can mulligan a lot more safely. In a deck with sketchy mana, I'm always way more hesitant to mulligan because it's so easy to like mulligan into, you know, a hand that has like the wrong colors of pips. I guess I'll... Why do you want to trade with me? It means they don't have like sacrifice stuff going on. I think I want to trade because my hand's so slow and my deck's so slow and my curve is so bad. I don't really want to be already taking hits to my life total. But yeah, anyways, in a monocolor deck, you really don't have to be afraid of that kind of thing. Because any hand with lands, which on Arena is any hand, is going to have the colors that you need. I could say that I'm the beatdown, but I just don't think I am. I think you're the beatdown with your Sanguine Siphoner and your eagerness to attack. All right, take this potentially a trade. Could be a fleeting flight, but if you spend your turn 3 fleeting flighting me, I am not too sad about that. I guess I could have held back the rat to double block the Siphoner. That might actually have been better. I don't know. Oh, Helpful Hunter is such a good card. Such a good card. Such a ridiculously good card. The bad thing here is if they have Eaten Alive, they could sack the Hunter and exile my Vessel, and this is a dies trigger, so I don't get the creature back. Here, I think I'll just chill, hold back all of my stuff. I think, like, that double blocking plan actually is kind of good, because do they really want to spend a removal spell on a Burglar Rat or an Infernal Vessel to punish the double block? Now I can even double block with Sanguine Siphoner and Infernal Vessel. Armasaur Guide. I think that's okay. Oh, I could Eaten Alive it. Would I rather have a Bloodthirsty Conqueror or Eaten Alive that guy? If I play Bloodthirsty Conqueror, it eats a removal spell and then they get a pretty good attack. Let's just get rid of that. Let's just get rid of the Armasaur Guide. I'm guessing they're not about to play a bigger bomb than that for 6, but if they do, I'm obviously punished. Not too afraid of the Armasaur Guide, but it's kind of bad for me if they get to remove my Bloodthirsty Conqueror and then make an attack for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. Sarah Angel is kind of a bigger bomb than Armasaur Guide, so maybe I did just get punished. Well, now if they have removal spell, now we're starting to get into trouble territory. I also don't get to make counterattacks because the thing about Sarah Angel, yeah, this is what I was afraid of with the Armasaur Guide. They're just one step ahead of me in representing attacks. Okay, don't have enough mana for Arbiter of Woe, but that is a good draw. Probably you can go in with the Infernal Vessel. I guess actually that's the best thing to sacrifice, though. I'm not in such dire straits that I need to be, like, trying to increase my power and toughness at all costs, like sacrificing material. I'm on a 3-turn clock, and Arbiter of Woe is going to turn it into a 4-turn clock. Yeah, the thing is they're just one step ahead of me in representing threats. So, like, even if I tried to get the initiative back by removing their creature, oh, that's kind of awesome. I really, really like that. Finding a removal spell there is super nice. I think I will sack the Infernal Vessel rather than the Burglar Rat. I think I cannot compromise on my board position right now. And yeah, the Arbiter of Woe turns this into a 3-turn clock again, which is really nice. I'll hold this for Burglar Rat purposes because I really need this removal spell to resolve. And now Infernal Vessel is going to get to start attacking potentially. What can Fiendish Panda bring back? So they have an Infestation Sage and a Cat Collector. Oh, wow. This is a big attack. I'm going to make pretty conservative blocks. I think I can do this because they're going to Fleeting Flight this or something. It's my guess. Block there. Do I just chump the Fiendish Panda? I could just take the Panda damage, I guess. What's my plan for this Panda later? It's to block it with Infernal Vessel. I don't really want them bringing back Cat Collector. Okay, they could have Claws out also. All your creatures get +2/+2. In that case, I probably want to have blocked the Panda. And maybe I double block the Sanguine Siphoner. So if it gets +2/+2, it's still going to survive, actually. But anything would survive here. So Fleeting Flight, they would put it on the Sarah Angel, get back a Cat Collector. I think that's fine for me. I think that's fine for me. Because I can just shoot the Cat Collector with Bake into a Pie next turn, and I have board presence left. Claws out. These two would trade. These two would trade. You get a Cat Collector. These two, you would only get to kill my Sanguine Siphoner. I think the weakness of this block is against Claws out. So I think I'm just going to take the 1/1 down here. That would mean that I have to double block it to play around Claws out. Yeah. I'm at a high enough life total, especially with my food from Bake into a Pie, that I think... Yeah, okay, I played around Claws out. There you go. This is why you should subscribe to my channel. Yep. So I was thinking about the right card, played around it correctly. So if I'd blocked the Sanguine Siphoner, all my stuff would have died, and they would have gotten the Cat Collector. Oh, and they bring back Sarah Angel. That makes sense. Okay, so Bake into a Pie right now, because they could draw... you know, the card that, like, Fake Your Own Death. Do I play the Swamp? I'm going to go with no. I have to attack with Burglar Rat because it's not blocking. Armasaur Guide is a nice top deck. All right. I mean, I have a lot of bombs to find here, so hopefully my deck serves some of them up. I do have a lot of lands left to draw, though. Oh, there's one of them. All right. Well, only one thing to do. I cannot let an Armasaur guide survive and be attacking me, so I have to do something about that. Oh, I have a lot of good draws. It would be nice to keep this Burglar Rat alive in case I find an Arbiter of Woe. I mean, they had a really, really good setup. They were, oh my goodness, and now you top deck a Squad Rallier. I mean, they're getting very, very lucky top decks, and also had a really good setup with just being like on the start, like they had better tempo than I did. Nice to find a Hero's Downfall here. You know, I guess we can both top deck. And their deck is nicely assertive and everything. Oh my goodness. But I mean, I think I played it correctly. I knew what to play around and I played around it. So we set ourselves up to like do as well as possible in the top deck war, but oh my goodness. They're top decking everything they top deck is a high stats creature, except one card that was probably a land. Every card they top deck is a high stats creature. That's very impressive top decking. I think I just die, right? No, I can chump. I have to chump. Oh, what a way to go. I mean, you know, top deck battles, that's how it is. So you drain me for one, and now I have to block both of them. And now I can't even play an Arbiter of Woe. And then you also top deck to Sanguine Siphoner, and I get a land. Okay, well, that's what happens. I mean, I tried to be playing 16 lands, but if your opponent top decks all 4 or 5 drops, and you top deck only lands, then you're going to lose. But we set ourselves up to be in the best position possible to win, I think, by playing around Claws Out. I will also say Foundations is a set where it feels way more subject to variance. Individual cards can matter way more, and you just get into, like, situations where you just are drawing badly and lose a lot more. And I think that's just the low power, low synergy environment. You just frankly have less control over your fate. I'm going to put back one of my 2 drops. I'll probably make it Burglar Rat. I'd rather have Sanguine Siphoner in the early game than Burglar Rat. That was disappointing, because I feel like I did the right thing and then got punished, but it's Magic cards. You're not going to block. There's just no possible way that you block. This is like one of the best uncommons in the format. Fantastic, fantastic card from the opponent. Are you a mono green player? Everyone is starting out with 2 lands of the same color against me every time. Okay, that actually probably will eat a Hero's Downfall. I'd rather build my board with the Infernal Vessel for now, but that is a very Hero's Downfallable creature. There's no double green reason for them to be playing 2 forests at this point. I'm pretty confident of that. They could have the Sylvan Summoning or whatever, the 1 and 2 green enchantment. They're thinking about playing a creature, I think. The Scourge, a 2/2 Scourge. Okay. Okay. Wow, that's cool. This is good synergy for them. I'm gonna attack with both. I guess it doesn't really matter if they double block. Sure. Deal 2 damage to you, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and kill your mild-mannered librarian, because I don't really like this plan. I don't really like this plan where you're getting to put a bunch of counters on your Scourge, draw a bunch of cards, and get a 3/3. Sounds dangerous to my health. I would like to draw my Anthem here. That would be cool. Blanchwood Armor. Whoa, okay. This was like the meta when I was in elementary school. Blanchwood Armor. We thought that card was absolutely busted. It's a good card. I don't think there's any attack to be made here. Like, I could attack with Infestation Sage and Infernal Vessel. Kind of don't really want to. I want to get my Anthem and get more value out of these attacks. Or use these cards to sacrifice if I can draw, I don't know, like a land into Arbiter of Woe. But having 0 cards in my hand and them having 5 cards is definitely making me not super optimistic about this game. The other thing is this does not have Trample. Yeah, exactly, like Bite Down, yeah. This does not have Trample, so I can be chumping it. But I don't think they're in a mood to attack, I'm guessing. Okay, hello, Banner. How did I know that you were coming? Can I attack with everything? I think that just gives them a free siphoner. Let's attack with these two. I think a 2-1 flyer actually is a problem for them. So if they block Infestation Sage, I think that's an issue. And if they block Infernal Vessel, it makes it hard for them to attack because that thing is going to have so much power. But they could have anything in their hand. Could be another Sarah Angel. All right, I get a 5 power creature back. Cathar Commando comes in to destroy my Heraldic Banner, potentially. Interesting. Okay, so now I cannot make any blocks that would leave me dead. That would leave one of my creatures dead. Another Armasaur Guide. I'm getting some flashbacks here. Do I double block? No way. No way. Yeah, the Siphoner seems pretty bad now. Let's just put it in front of Cathar Commando. I really want to keep my artifact, so at a minimum, they might sacrifice it. Okay. I think that's correct from them. The Heraldic Banner is better than the Sanguine Siphoner. Okay. Burglar Rat. Let's see what that last card is. And then I can make an informed decision about attacks. Oh, Fleeting Flight. Okay, I'll go in with Infernal Vessel and probably also Infestation Sage. They can attack me for 10, but I can always chump with the Burglar Rat. Maybe I just go in with Infernal Vessel, putting them to 7. I don't know, putting them to 6 seems pretty good, doesn't it? Okay, that's perfectly fine. So I get a flyer here. I mean, I think they're more likely to win than not. Definitely. Goldvein Pick is okay. It doesn't give trample. Put it on the Armasaur Guide to spread out your damage. But they're like really low now, right? It does mean that they get to block. Oh, this thing has vigilance, yeah. I guess I just take. See, this is pure magic cards. Pure magic cards. Another land. Okay, I should be on 16 lands. I'm getting consistently flooded. I mean, I do have a lot of bombs where I'll be happy to see these lands if I draw them. Now I think I do have to double block the Armasaur Guide this time. So I can trade Infernal Vessel for it potentially. I mean, I think my top decks should be pretty good in general, shouldn't they? My deck is just packed with bombs. All right, please don't have drawn a Fleeting Flight. That would be really depressing. Okay, makes sense. I'm happy with that trade. Looks like maybe they drew a land. Just like me. Heraldic Banner. That's actually kind of good. That's actually kind of good. So play the banner, choose black. If I attack with everything, they're dead next turn. See, beautiful, clean magic cards. Okay, so attack with everything. They get to pick off Sanguine Siphoner, but then they're dead next turn. The only thing is one removal spell keeps them alive. I feel like I'm just not that aggro in my heart of hearts. It's so beautiful how it makes you make just the cleanest decisions in Magic. If you attack me with Wildwood Scourge, I will take it at this point. Eaten Alive. Hello, my old friend. Yeah. See, beautiful Magic cards. I mean, even the last game was like, it exposed the nature of top decks, right? It's just like, you can put yourself in a great position, but then if you don't have a lot of surveilling and scrying, it's all up to the cards. Now, should I be on 16? I think no. I think it was really good there, for example, that I could have played Arbiter of Woe if I had found it for lethal after getting in for 2 in the air. I was so lucky to draw my banner there. The banner is so good. I keep mulliganing these hands. I think I just have to. This is like my 3rd mulligan in a row of a hand like that, because that's just my curve being terrible. Okay, I'll put back Eaten Alive. I have Stab and Hero's Downfall. Maybe I could have put back Stab because Infestation Sage wants Eaten Alive. Oh, you know who's getting stabbed? You right now. This card is so ridiculously strong. I'm not going to let that survive for a second longer than I have to. I love their little avatar here. The little bunny. Is that guy Phineas or something from Bloomborough? I don't know anything about the lore of Magic cards, but I do know a little bit about anything about a card that appeared in Bloomborough. You probably don't want to Essence Scatter this one. Could be Think Twice. I'm betting they have Think Twice here, actually. What did I just say? What did I just say? I played a lot of this format. I like it quite a lot. All right. Same decision as before. Do you play the Mana Rock or do you play the creature? Again, beautiful, clean decisions about what to do in the most bare bones Magic situations. They have a Burst Lightning. And I think here, it's very contextual, but I think here, because I think I'm a more aggressive deck by a lot, I think I'm going to play the creature first so that I can get the stats boost from the Anthem part of this, rather than playing the Mana Rock first so that I can get the acceleration element of it online sooner. By the way, it is Thrill of Possibility does not make Thrill of Possibility does not make treasure tokens, unlike the variant that we see in a lot of sets. Something interesting is happening here. Triple Thrill of Possibility strikes me as like, so these are like free draft modes. I don't know anything about my opponent, obviously, but these free draft modes definitely like bring in people who maybe are more used to Commander or something, or Standard. I'm guessing like having a lot of copies of an effect like this is a very like combo-oriented Standard thing to do. Not to say that it's wrong. It's actually like really nice to see what people who know a lot about Magic and are very good at it lean towards when they draft. I actually think that's really, really a good way to learn, because Standard players are very good at Magic, right? A lot of Commander players are very good at Magic, and they don't necessarily share all of the same biases that I've built up over time by pretty much only playing draft in any serious way. And look at this, like this person, and this is actually like, it's not even a thing about this person, frankly, because they're doing something that was pretty normal in this format, the Tolarian Terror deck. But they basically like took a very combo-oriented approach to the format. That's pretty cool. I think I can just attack with both and then play Arbiter, because both of my creatures die into something better. So Infernal Vessel is going to come back as something that can do combat with a Tolarian Terror. Then I get to play Arbiter of Woe, crack my Sage, put them down to 5. The Arbiter is a lethal attacker, and then I also have 2 power in the air, and then I'm going to get to draw a card and make them discard one. Hopefully it's not a Think Twice. That would be good value for them. Big into a Pie is a pretty sweet one. I don't think they have any discard effects here, so I might as well play my land. It'll help me pay ward costs and this kind of a thing. 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. All right, so they have to deal with Arbiter of Woe, but then Infernal Vessel is also a lethal attacker, so they kind of need 2 removal spells here. I guess they could have Aetherize. That would be very funny. Oh, a fellow Heraldic Banner gamer. A person of taste, I see. For naming red. Naming red? I'm sorry, what is that? That is not something that I know about. I'm definitely going to just go for the throat here. Not quite literally, but almost literally. Has the same effect as playing the card Go for the Throat would have. Yeah, so they had some bounce spell. Maybe it was an Aetherize, honestly. They still had 4 mana up. I don't know what the red was about. It's throwing me for a loop, I guess. I was trying to figure out, is there some triple red? Is there like a triple red enchantment that increases the damage that your stuff deals in this format? I don't think so. Okay, I actually wonder if they had something that makes a bunch of goblins. That's my new theory. Like they were going to try to go wide and get some counterplay. It's almost a keep. It's almost a keep, but no. One more card and it would be a snap keep because all those cards go together so well. I think I'm actually going to put back Stab. I think the Runescar Demon is nice. It's like a goal for the hand. If I can land it, I'm feeling really good. Eaten Alive goes so nicely with Infestation Sage. But would I rather just have... Yeah, no, I'll keep the Eaten Alive. I don't need to be super fast. I'm not like a hyper-aggressive deck. I love these sleeves, by the way. I always like these ones. Whoa! Some turtle is coming at me. I'm scared. All right, I'm glad that they're also on the mulligan. I'm mulliganing every game. Not something I usually keep track of, but it feels kind of weird in the monocolor deck. But again, my curve is awful, so I guess that makes sense. All right. Wow. I mean, if I just draw a swamp every turn until turn 7, I guess that's not so bad. Should I have put a land back? Probably not. The card that I can never win with, but that always beats me, according to Lords of Limited, and according to me as well. Yeah. So they didn't get to draw a card off of it, but now whenever a creature they control with power 4 or greater enters, they get to draw. That's just so good. That's just so good. Yeah, now every turn they could just be drawing an extra card. This could be a Phyrexian Arena for them, for real. Play a land, play a 4-drop. No, okay. It didn't happen for them. Not this time. But I have nothing to do, so they have time to set up whatever they're doing over here. Hold on. Did they discard a land? No, you're pilfering me? Oh, man. I think you should actually take Arbiter of Woe here. But Runescarred Demon is pretty scary as well. I wouldn't super fault you if you take it. But if I'm you, I would take the Arbiter of Woe. It just, like, could come down next turn and make your life miserable. Unless you're looking at, I don't even know what. Maybe, like, a Hero's Downfall and you're betting on just having a removal immediately. The thing about Runescarred Demon, yeah, fully agree. Good move, Chemalist. The thing about Runescarred Demon is the best card in your deck in Limited is often not that much better than the average card in your deck in Limited, right? So yes, I can sometimes find like a Mega Bomb that will shut you down, but like drawing a card is gonna win in a lot of the same situations. Especially if I'm already ahead and I'm getting a 5/4 flyer out of the deal. So yeah, I think they did exactly the right move. All right, just hoping to draw 2 more lands in a row now. Sanguine Siphoner was kind of a nice draw, actually. But yeah, I'm anticipating a 4-power creature draw card. No, they're setting up for that. There's not a lot of 4-power creatures that I can think of in these colors. Okay. I guess I'll just put this down first. In case their plan is to flash in the 4/2 and block, it's better to have High Society Hunter in play. If they were going to flash in the 4/2 Wolf, Ambush Wolf or whatever, I would want to have the High Society Hunter out before combat so that I draw a card when they flash it in, block my creature, and kill it. That's kind of annoying. But I am going wide. I would love to draw my Anthem. Yeah, but I am kind of going wide here. So, Banishing Light, not the greatest against me. I can eat this alive. Probably just play Runescarred Demon. Do I just attack? I just attack with everything, right? No reason not to. Like, I give them a free Burglar Rat. I think that's okay. They don't have counter mana up. Yeah, I do play this because it replaces itself with an amazing card. I'm gonna go and get Arbiter of Woe because that's just a one-shot KO. I guess if they have land Wrath of God, then Arbiter of Woe is stuck in my hand. Something worth thinking about. You go up to 3, so it's no longer a one-shot KO. Actually, that's a good point. The Dazzling Angel could have given me a clue that this wouldn't just insta-KO them, but that's okay. I'm just going to attack with everything. I did a good job of drawing all of my lands. I mean that sincerely. That's not a complaint. Like, getting up to Runescarred Demon mana. Giant Growth. Oh, heck yes. Oh, and it's the Mystical Archives art now. That's cool. Is this off the Mystical Archives? No, it's just straight up in this set, isn't it? It is. Okay, it's a lethal attack even without the Arbiter. Okay. GG's, GG's. All right, 6 wins, 1 loss. Can I win one more game before I lose twice to get my Mystery Cosmetic? Well, actually, I think I get a Mystery Cosmetic no matter what. Hey, this is actually a good hand. I think I get a Mystery Cosmetic no matter what, but I think I get a better Mystery Cosmetic if I get 7 wins. But when I did it on my main account previously, my Mystery Cosmetic was some arena card that I've never heard of. Like, it was a alchemy card. I thought that was kind of sad. Like, I have to play alchemy to get to use my new cosmetic that I worked so hard for. All right, goodbye, Ambush Wolf. That's kind of a it's scary for them to be discarding such a live card. Oh, this card's really annoying. It's not like good. It's not like a card that is like, oh, that card is so good. Probably pitch these two, I'm thinking. But if they have like 2 copies of Seeker's Folly, I have a friend who really, really liked that card and played a lot of it. And it's like, if they have 2 copies of Seeker's Folly, you can just get shut down out of the game. I'm betting that this card is way better in sealed as well. So I haven't looked at the data yet. I'll confirm this tomorrow. I am just going to shoot this guy. I'll confirm this tomorrow. But I'm betting this is one of the biggest movers up from draft to sealed, Seeker's Folly. This type of uncommon or common level black target player discards 2 cards effect tends to be, it's one of the classic cards that is just much, much better in sealed than it is in draft. Because it's a slow effect. And it's just a 2-for-1, just a raw 2-for-1. Like Quick Study was way better in sealed Secrets of Strixhaven than it was in draft. Should you block here? Probably not. If I'm you, I'm probably just going to try to hold on to my Plunderer. Yeah, this feels like a big concession to be making. But I don't know what's in their hands, so I think I'll hold this swamp back. I won't hold 2 swamps in my hand because I do have things for like 7 mana. But holding 1 in my hand, there's no cost to that. All right, they do seem stuck on lands. Another Heraldic Banner. That's so funny. I really like Heraldic Banner in this deck. Like mono black Heraldic Banner. If I got this pool in the Arena Direct, it would be like one of the best sealed decks I've ever had. I would definitely play Heraldic Banner in this situation. Oh, you have Giant Growth. Yeah, it is just straight up on this one. So that person was choosing to use the Mystical Archives version. That's kind of cool. Okay. Well, yeah. Nicely done. Every card is live for me now, though, right? Like a Burglar Rats is a 3/1. If a creature died, you get a counter on it at the beginning of your end step. Might as well crack my... Actually, no. I could draw Eden Alive. Rune Scarred Demon. Let's go. Yeah, let's go in with the Vessel. They have to block. They don't get a counter or anything. So this dies into a 6/3, and then I'll play an 8/6 flyer. That's pretty awesome. And then I think I want... Maybe High Society Hunter would be good. When a creature dies. I don't know, maybe Arbiter of Woe. No, I don't really have anything I want to sacrifice. I could try to deny them counterplay by getting a removal spell. I think it's just the High Society Hunter. This guy's a lethal attacker anyways. Okay. All right. GG. So we dropped 1 game where I feel good about how I played it. I think my deck had a lot of power to draw well in that top deck war. And also I read the card. Like I knew what card they had and I played around it correctly. And I played around the other main card that it could be, Fleeting Flight. So I feel good about that. And yeah, mono black aggro. Like maybe the deck would have been better if I put in like Sunblessed Healer, Fleeting Flight, Luminous Rebuke, Guarded Air. The thing is, I was mulliganing a lot, which is the thing. On the one hand, you should not have to mulligan as much when you are playing a monocolor. But on the other hand, mulligans are a lot safer when you have a monocolor because, again, you can't get mana screwed off of your mulligan. I did kind of feel... I mean, my curve was really bad. That was the main issue of the deck. My curve was terrible. Having 2 1-drops, 3 2-drops, 2 3-drops, no 4-drops, and then so many top-level cards. But I feel like the Heraldic Banners were really, really nice glue here in the monocolor deck. I have a recollection that this was a card that was really low in the data when Foundations was new, and then it kind of crept up. But yeah, feels like this was some really nice preparation for the Arena Direct this weekend. Let's see what we get. Preposterous proportions. Okay, all right. If I ever play that in my life, now I have a nice style for it. All right, tomorrow I'm going to be doing data deep dive for the Arena Direct on the weekend. And then, of course, on the weekend, I'm going to be jamming Arena Directs, and I'll post them either on the weekend or early through next week. If you do try to win a box this weekend, good luck. And until tomorrow, have tons of fun playing Magic, and don't be afraid to splash.